Hello again. This is Math 1120 coming to you from the College U page. And the title of this lecture is LSA1 Readout and LSA2, Low Stakes Assessment 2, dealing with the actors' ages, and this has to do with winning the Academy Awards. And as always, please be an active learner while watching this video. So here's some answers. The student that we hypothetically named Zoe completed 59 credits. Now it turns out that Zoe failed 6 hours of coursework up to the date we were talking about here. So you see those F's remain in the calculation. So those are part of the total GPA credits. So this number is different than this number. When you do the calculation of the total grade points, that is the letter grade times the number of credit hours and add them all up, you get 188. And of course, Zoe got 0 for the 6 hours that she did not pass. So we have these two numbers, and so what you should do is divide 188 by 65. You get this number, and I ask you to round off to the nearest thousandths, which means you round off to this place. Then the question went further and said, for the 10 hours that Zoe is attempting this final semester, is it possible for her to get a 3-point average? Well, and the answer is going to be to that, yes it is, but it is important to realize that one of the hours that Zoe is, one of the courses rather, that Zoe is taking is a repeat of a course that was previously failed. And so what happens is, while she is enrolled in 10 hours, only 7 of those are new hours. So that's going to raise her hour total to 72 at the College U page. And the best that she could possibly do is get an A in all 10 hours. And if she does get an A in all 10 hours, that will add 40, 4 for the A and 10 hours, to this 188, giving 228. So you would get 228 divided by 72, and that's going to be this. And if you round it off the way I ask you to, the answer to that would be 3.167 if she gets all A's. So that's what I was looking for, and the rubric will be, and again, only submissions to Blackboard count. So if you didn't submit it to Blackboard, you still can submit it to Blackboard, and late work is accepted. What will happen though is there will be 2 points each for the numbers, and there's one number and there's the other number. That adds up to 4. I'll give you 6 for submitting the work on time, and if you submit it late, I will give you 5 total, because I've already told you what the numbers are. Another thing that one student asked is, they said, do I have to tell you what formulas you use? And that made me think something I really should show you. In Excel, there is a button called Formulas, and there's another button that is called Show Formulas. And so if you click Show Formulas, what you see here is that what I'm going to be doing is this cell, which is this cell, is going to be H4 divided by H5. And this cell, which is this cell, is going to be, I add 42 H4, which is this one, and then divide by H8, which is this one. And up here you see also some equations. So that's an easy way to get the formulas and might be useful for you as you go forward. Now we're going to move on to low stakes assessment 2. And so it begins by saying, use the following pair of data sets to complete this low stakes assessment 2. I'm only going to show you one of these, but I'm going to show you this. The list of Academy Award winners for Best Actress by age. And it looks like this. And so you have columns that say actress, what film they won for, the date of their birth, the date of their award, and how old were they upon receiving the award. Now, if you look at this, you say, wow, that's 222 days. I'm going to suggest that you round this off to the nearest year, nearest year, and that means if it's 5 and above, you round up, 4 and below, you round down. And it talks about the date of death and their lifespan as well, actually in terms of days even. So this is the database that you have for actresses, and there's another one for actors. I do understand that these days both actors and actresses call themselves actors, which is fine, but in the Academy Awards they call it actress, so we're staying with that kind of jargon. Okay, so going back, there's where your data is. You need to go and get it and figure out how you get it into a file to deal with. Excel would be a good idea. Okay, so and there are 10 questions. Number 1, compute, identify, and label. And here I am asking that we use John Tukey's conventions that we covered in class. Don't do other definitions of medians. The 5-number summaries for each of these files. And the 5-number summaries was covered in the videos that you're supposed to be watching. And again, I say round the ages to the nearest year. And then I'm asking you to show a side-by-side box plot of the men versus women. Now that is also in the videos that you're watching, the ones I pointed you towards in a last thing. Compute the mean, median, and mode of each data set. So that's what you do there. Number 4, I asked you to compute the standard deviation of each data set. Now this we've talked about in the videos as well as in class. This is talked about just in the videos. We'll talk more about that in class. I asked you to construct histograms of each data set and comment on the skewness. You really could have done that before. Something new though is called the Z-score, which is in the videos. So what is the Z-score for Charlize Theron, one of my favorite actresses? And what is the Z-score for Colin Firth, who I also think is a wonderful actor? What film and year did Charlize Theron win for and in? So that means what was the movie and what was the year? And what film and year did Colin Firth win for? What was the movie and what was the year? And number 10, looking at all the data that you talked about, what's a major takeaway is apparent from the data? I'm asking for your observations, and perhaps you might want to speculate as to why it is that way. You do have your own copy of this. I posted this LSA2 in the syllabus tab because pretty much everything gets put in the syllabus tab. So go to the syllabus tab and then you can go to LSA2 and you have your own copy of that to look at. Also, when you turn it in to get credit, you're going to turn it in as a PDF upload, and you're going to turn it into Low Stakes Assessment 2, and that's where it'll be when I look to grade it. There is a due date. This is due Saturday, February the 6th, 2021, near midnight, 11:59 p.m. And there were a couple of students who said, oh, I submitted it, but I made a mistake. Well, don't submit it until you've got it right, because this particular tab, the way I'm doing this, it only lets you submit it once. But you can save a draft if you want to. But my warning is don't submit it until it's good to go. Okay. And now, more than ever, time is precious. Each day must count. Do the math. It will make you strong. And now, more than ever, take care of yourself and of each other. May God bless you all.